All right, we now turn to our weekly segment, TikTok, where we interview some of our favorite TikTokers, taking a closer look at the story behind the sensation, and this is a great one. Can't wait to introduce you. According to the CDC, 61 million people in the United States live with a form of disability. Over the last year, TikTok has become a platform to help raise awareness for disabled content creators, allowing them to define their own story. Our next guest is certainly doing just that. Gabe Adams-Wheatley is breaking several stereotypes and inspiring so many along the way. Take a look. Gabe joins us now. Gabe, it is really nice to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You are certainly making strides on social media, 2.1 million followers, I believe, on TikTok, showing your audience that your disability does not define who you are. So tell me a little bit about that journey.
Well, I was born without arms and legs, and I feel like all my life I've always had to prove that I'm able to do something bigger and better than what people think that I may physically be able to do. And then COVID hit, and I was like, well, what am I going to do with my life? What's my next big step? And it ended up being makeup. I've always had like a huge passion for makeup. TikTok came up, and I was like, okay, I'll just post a video and see how that does. And the first video didn't do that well because people didn't realize that I actually didn't have arms and legs, because I only showed from the shoulders up, and people were like, why is he not using his hands? And so my second video I posted, I showed at the very beginning that I had no arms and no legs. And that video just blew up, and everybody was just amazed that I was able to do that all.
Well, you watch your videos, or at least I watch your videos, and there is such a great positive energy to anything you do, whether it's putting on makeup or you're with your husband. While you certainly have built a loving and supportive community among your supporters, unfortunately, there are still some who go to your account and leave hateful comments. That's kind of just a reality in a social media world. But how do you balance the positivity of your project on your platform with what can only be described as hatred and judgment that others still show?
Honestly, it's still a learning game for me. I'm still new to having this kind of spotlight and attention on me. And so I just need to keep my head held high and keep doing what I love doing, and hope that it will outshine what others want to say about me, whether that's negative or positive.
I'm interested in your upbringing. I read an interview of yours once where you talk about being adopted and growing up, I believe it's in Utah, in a fairly religious family. I was really touched to hear how supportive your parents were about everything and how that made such a huge difference in your life. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I did grow up in a LDS religion, and my dad was a seminary teacher for 32 years. And so being gay was not okay or acceptable. But when I was 19, I was getting ready to move out. And I just told my parents, hey, look, I am gay. I'm not changing for you or for anybody else. This is who I am. And either you get on board and we continue to grow our relationship, or this will be the last time we ever talk. And from that moment on, it has strengthened our relationship thousands and thousands of times.
If you could talk to your younger self, what would you say to anyone going through a similar journey? Not necessarily the same, obviously, but a similar journey. What advice would you give?
Probably just that it gets better. There's always going to be down days. Everybody's human. It's all part of life, but there's always going to be somebody out there that has it 10 times worse than you. So you take what you got and you just make the most out of it, not just for yourself, but for those around you.
Perfect advice, and coming from the right person. You are an inspiration. It is great to watch your videos. It is so great to meet you. Thanks for sharing your story with us. Really do appreciate it, and hope you have a fantastic weekend.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.